Welcome to the Ruck Up and Recover Show, the podcast where we talk all things VA claims, benefits, and resources for veterans. Whether you're filing for the first time or fighting through appeals, we're here to guide you through the process, share real stories, and make sure you don't go it alone. Ruck up, we've got your six. Well, welcome to Ruck Up and Recover. This is our first podcast, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Um, we're here to drop the act and get real about healing, brotherhood, and taking the next step. It's very important that we do that. It's very, very important that we serve those who served by helping them rest, reconnect, and ruck forward. So that's what Ruck Up and Recover is all about. You can catch us on our website at ruckuprecover.org or ruckupandrecover.org. You can sign up for things there. You can read our blog. You can check out this podcast. It's going to be a fairly regular podcast. Most people will look at it when it's recorded. And we're going to do some podcasts at some cool places like Damascus Gaming in El Paso. They've got a great podcast studio, and they are a veteran-owned gaming place. It's pretty cool. They've got a LAN center over there. If you're ever in El Paso, you got to check out Damascus Gaming. It is awesome. Now, a little bit about me. I'm Scott Brown. I am the executive director and founder of Ruck Up and Recover, along with Dan Teskey, another veteran, and my wife, who knows all too well the mental health struggles that veterans can face. She has put up with a lot, and she is my rock. She sticks by me through thick and thin. She happens to be in Chihuahua, Mexico with our kids right now, so gave me some time to play around with this and get things going. I'm going to get a better headset because these aren't great, but we're definitely going to be having a lot of fun and having some guests. Can't wait to get over there to Damascus Gaming and do a podcast from there with Dan as a guest. I'm hoping to get Fort Bliss's Garrison Commander or Garrison Sergeant Major or both to join us on a podcast to talk about the challenges that they see and how we as an organization, in conjunction with our community partners, can help other veterans. What makes Ruck Up and Recover different? I'll tell you. So I went on a mental health reset retreat with another veteran organization. I won't mention their name, but they are phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. This is where I got the idea. I love that organization. I may even go on more trips with them as a host to help other veterans in their organization. But the thing I didn't like, and it was one thing, and it's not that I didn't like it. I actually loved it, but I could see how other people wouldn't like it, is the fact that they have religious undertones. They are a Christian organization, and therefore their campfire meetings at the end of the day revolve around things that are religious. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I'm a religious person. However, I think there are veterans out there that do not appreciate that. And having come from a background of Young Life, I don't know if you guys have heard of Young Life, but Young Life started by Jim Rayburn way back in the mid 1900s. Jim Rayburn was a heavy smoker and didn't see a problem with it, but um, he had the thought and the knowledge to say, you have to earn the right to be heard when it comes to many things, but especially religion. These people that are on the street corners shoving religion down other people's throats, sometimes it works. There is a place for that. There is a need for that. But in an institution where so many people already have stressors on their life, getting choked with religion is not something that a lot of veterans want to see. So we are all inclusive. If you're Muslim and you want to come to a reset trip, we welcome you. If you're LGBTQ, we welcome you. If you're female, we welcome you to the female trips. If you're male, we welcome you to the male trips. We don't commingle them because women don't like to talk in front of men and men don't like to talk in front of women, and that's the only reason. Um, when we go on these trips, and the trips are not the only thing we do. We also do assistance with all sorts of things. For instance, one of the episodes is gonna talk about how to start a business in certain states like Texas that allows veterans to start a business for free. We're going to talk to you about how to go to sam.gov and get set up as a veteran owned small business or a service disabled veteran owned business. We're going to talk to you about how to start a claims process, how to get your health benefits started, other benefits like how Texas if you're 100% disabled, you don't pay property tax on your homestead in Texas. That is awesome. I'm so glad I live in Texas. But there's other states that have really cool benefits like that. And we're going to talk about all of them as time goes on. So, back to the mental health reset retreats. We offer these to veterans and active duty service members at no charge. We don't we repay them for the travel. You know, they buy the airplane ticket, but we reimburse them for it as soon as they show up. Now, if they don't show up, they may not get reimbursed. You have to show up. But we pay for all the food and it's good food. We go on hikes. We do bow and arrow competitions. We do ropes courses. We might do a service project for the camp that we're at as a team building event. And we really just sit down and get to know each other. Nothing is mandatory in these retreats except for the evening circle around the campfire. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about our challenges. You don't have to talk; you can just sit there and listen. But that's the main point of this: is to get our challenges out there and talk through them and talk with other veterans and service members who are going through these same problems. And I will tell you that I have had a lot of challenges in my life, not just because of the military, other things. You know, the military, I have my challenges there, but I've had other challenges, and it's easy for me to say now that I know how to get help, but 20 years ago, not easy. 10 years ago, not easy. We have the whole machismo effect as men, and you know, women don't necessarily always have that effect. They're more willing to open up. Not all of them. They have their challenges as well. But men just don't want to admit that they may have a mental health issue or that they may have PTSD or that they have problems remembering things or that they want to cry. They just don't want to admit that. So I went on this retreat with this other organization and I had breakthroughs. You know, I talked to these other veterans and trust me, we had a fun time. We told inappropriate jokes. Yes, there was religious undertones, but that didn't stop us from doing what we normally do. You know, it was PG-13 or R rated. It didn't get too bad, but that's what we do. We drank our coffee early in the morning. We went on our hikes. We told our jokes. We told our stories, and we learned that we can talk about these challenges that we have. So, what is Rook Up and Recover? It's a mission. It's a mental health reset mission to lower the suicide rate among veterans and service members. We offer peer support groups. We offer these reset trips. We offer benefits navigation, community outreach. We connect veterans with other organizations that can absolutely assist them in getting what they deserve and what they need. We're in collaborations with Veterans Collaborative and other partner organizations. Veterans Collaborative is our fiscal sponsor until we get our 501c3 approved. So we have to have that, and they are great at helping us get things rolling. They've been a godsend. Um, and how it's different? Well, we don't have uniforms, we don't have ranks, and we don't have judgment. Just connection. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get to the problems, and we are going to help resolve those. Um, let's talk about the statistic that everybody talks about and nobody wants to talk about. Right now, between 17 and 18 veterans and active duty service members commit suicide a day. on average. That is absolutely an outrageous number. It's 4 to 5 times the normal rate of non-veterans and non-service members for suicide. And we, as a team of organizations and partners, have to break those walls down and lower that number to zero. It may take a century, but that's what we have to do. Now, what causes these kinds of issues? Isolation, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to be in public. I seem like an extrovert to a lot of people, but I'm not. I'm a homebody. I would rather be at home than anywhere. But I know that, it's been put on my heart to get out there and help people, so that's what I'm going to do. So isolation is one of the problems. Pride. I don't want to admit I have a problem. Stigma. I don't want other people to know I have a problem because they're going to judge me. That's what holds veterans back, men and women. Now, how does peer mentorship and outdoor reset retreats offer real impact? Well, and some people may disagree with this, but when you get out there, there's no cell phones because there's no coverage where we go. We do have Wi-Fi and satellite phones for emergencies, and we do allow everyone to use the Wi-Fi for 1 or 2 hours a day. We obviously don't expect people to completely disconnect from their families and work, but we do expect them to disconnect. So when we're out there during the day, when we're out and about, the phones aren't going to work. You might as well, you're going to bring them to use the camera function. And oh, by the way, I'm a drone pilot, so we have fun with those too. But talking to other veterans is where it's all at. When I got out there, and this other organization also invites first responders. So there were a couple of police officers there. There weren't any firefighters or paramedics, but they could be there. I think they even allow emergency room nurses and doctors to go. It's any type of first responder that experiences trauma in their job. Ours is centralized on veterans and active duty service members, so that's what we concentrate on. But when we get out there, we have this peer mentorship where I or another mentor will help guide the conversations and help people to be willing to open up. We don't force it upon anybody, but we want you to, during that week, have the courage to say, you know what? These are the problems I have. This is what my wife tells me. This is what my husband tells me, or my boyfriend, or my girlfriend, or my parents for some of the younger veterans. To self-recognize, to be self-aware of what those issues are by the end of the week, and hopefully leave some of those challenges up on the mountain that we're at. So what's coming next? Fall 2025 is coming up. Fall 2025, we're going to have our inaugural mental health reset retreat here just up from El Paso in Cloudcroft, New Mexico. We are working out the details now. We are taking applications now. You can go online and to ruckuprecover.org and submit your information, just your name and your email address, phone number, and we will reach out and have you fill out just a page of paperwork. It's pretty simple. And then we will decide who's going to go. And if you don't get picked up in the first round, there'll be other rounds, so don't worry. We aim to not turn anybody away. You don't have to have mental health issues to go because, let's face it, you may not know you have mental health issues. But we'll figure it out while we're up there. But I think everybody, every veteran and every service member deserves a week to just get out there and decompress and reset. So this is our call to action. I want you to go sign up. If you are in a place that you can donate to help support this cause, you can do that on the website as well, ruckuprecover.org. You can volunteer. You can be a peer support specialist. We will train you. It's pretty simple. There's no magic or anything. You just have to be willing to listen more than you talk, and then share some of your experiences. And then what else is coming up? Future podcast episodes. We're going to have special guests. We're going to have veteran stories. We're going to have active service members. I'm hoping to have the Garrison Sergeant Major or the Garrison Commander from Fort Bliss come. I'm hoping to have some chaplains. Yes, we are not a religious organization, but chaplains serve a purpose and it won't necessarily be talking about religion, but they're great at counseling and therapy. So I think they do have some guidance to offer. And we're going to put our spotlights on our badass supporters, because without them, we couldn't do any of this. Um, like I said earlier, Damascus Gaming here in El Paso, they're going to let us do podcasts when we have guests from their podcast studio. They're not going to be charging us for it. It's going to be great. And after that, maybe me and the Garrison Commander will go play some video games. I don't know. But that's what's coming up. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be raw, unfiltered, and hopeful. We're going to come away with it with much better understandings of our mental health. We're going to come away with things on how to get our benefits, how to get our claims started, what we need to do claims. We will connect you with veteran service organizations that will help you get those claims going. I want to invite all of you that are listening to this later on. We will start advertising on the website and on our social media channels, which are all Ruck Up Recover or Ruck Up and Recover, depending. Ruck Up and Recover is just a mouthful, so we shorten it a little bit for some of our handles. But we're going to post everything there about what we're doing. If you've got information, you can visit the website. You can email me directly from there. My email address is scott@ruckuprecover.org. scott@ruckuprecover.org. I want to remind you, this is not a charity. While we do take donations, it's not a charity, it's a fire team. And we're going to carry each other to recovery. So ruck up and let's go. That's a wrap for this episode of Ruck Up and Recover. If you're a veteran navigating benefits, claims, or just looking for solid support, don't walk this road alone. Subscribe, share, and reach out. Your mission continues, and we're here every step of the way. Until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and never stop fighting for what you've earned. We've got your six.